5-second board is shown then. About 11.5 minutes of racing we're going to have then for the Yokohama Low-Cost Championship. Round 2 gets underway now then, and off they go. Yellow flag as someone towards the back of the field has not got away. Glenn Boyer, we think it's the number 4 car of Lewis Ward from pole position that has the lead, despite he immediately moved to the left-hand side of the circuit though, didn't he? Sean Brame is going well. He's in second place there. He started the race on the 3rd position on the grid. He's switched to the outside line as they go through Redgate and Hollywood. And who is it that's got the lead as they come down? I think it is still Lewis Ward, is it? Yes, it is in the 4 car. Sean Brame is second. Daniel Garrett, I think, in 3rd place as they drop down through the Craner curves and towards the old hairpin for the first time in this race.
Yeah, then it's Ian Hardy and Jake Sturts, who's well up the order there in 6th position. In his first season of Locost, going really well. The former short oval racer, national superstock champion too, I think, Jake Sturts. So he's going really well in 54, so watch out for him. But it's Lewis Ward leading the way from Sean Brame, who's looked really strong over the last year or so. He's always been strong at places like Snetterton, his local circuit, but he's right up there today, challenging the strong drivers in Locost. Ian Hardy there in 4th position, but it's a great gaggle of cars, as you might expect on the opening lap at the front here, with a different leader really, and we're going to have a different leader again because Sean Brame comes up the inside into the Robert chicane and claims the lead for the first time today.
Yeah, he does. So it's Brame now leading, Ward second, Garrett in the 19 car is in 3rd place. Up and over the line they come to complete lap number 1. Yeah, Hardy 4th, Sturt 5th, Liam in 6th, Jeff Peake 7th is the order. But here comes Lewis Ward back up the inside of Sean Brame into Redgate. Oh, this is turning into a proper low-cost race again, isn't it? He's taken the lead away from Brame, so 4 now ahead of 8. Garrett still there in 3rd, Hardy 4th. They have made a bit of a break there from Jake Sturt in 5th position and the rest. So are we going to see 5th and so forth closing in on this leading group, or is it going to be a 4-way fight for the lead?
Ryan Garrett's overtaken 13 cars on the opening lap to go 13th, so I wonder how high he can get if he can stay on the road this time. But Lewis Ward then reclaims the lead within 2 changes within half a lap, as you come to expect with Locost here at Donington Park. In the dry, but it's possible in the damp as well. Not as easy to pass, but it's certainly more than possible. Bit of spray being kicked up by this leading 4, with Lewis Ward ahead of Sean Brame and Daniel Garrett, who's under masses of pressure from Ian Hardy, who's sort of following on that form he had at Mallory Park at the end of last year. Garrett going for 2nd on the inside of Sean Brame, but Brame hanging it out there around the outside. That win he got at Cadwell Park in the summer last year, sort of spurring him on, I think, to be a potential championship contender this year. Because of that change for 2nd, that's allowed Lewis Ward to get away briefly, but with 2 long straights coming up by the time to get to Redgate, well, he might not even lead, let alone have that gap. So he turns into the chicane ahead. Sean Brame's lost another place. He led at the start of the lap, but now he's down to 4th.
Indeed, that's the nature of low-cost racing, isn't it? And also Jake Sturt's not as far behind as he was, so I don't think we're just going to get 4 cars together. Sturt having pulled away from the group behind as well, 5:29, and Paul Clark in there as well in the number 82 car. Ryan Garrett's in the best lap of the race, now up to 10th position, made up another 3 places on that lap. That
was Jake Sturt, who's still a bit wide, going gravel track in. You might do that in some oval racing, not ideal in circuit. Someone must have had an off at Redgate, had they? Was there a flashing green light on the exit?
But I was also looking at Ryan Garrett, who's now in that pack as well of cars. I say he was 10th, and he is at the back of the sort of that group now. There's a car that's stopped just past our commentary box.
It's Glenn Boyer again.
It's Glenn Boyer, who's clearly got some difficulty. He's now sort of trying to reverse down the pit lane exit. He's out of the race.
Side by side for the lead, right? Daniel Garrett round the outside. He claims the lead from Lewis Ward. Ian Hardy goes very bravely round the outside up the curbs, and he's going after them. Despite that huge light. That's Ryan Garrett, isn't it? Having a huge tank slap, he saved it. I don't think he lost any positions in all of that. Hardy now 2nd. So Lewis Ward, who led at McLean's, or going up to McLean's, is 4th by the time they get to Coppice. So yeah, you don't need a full dry circuit to have a good low-cost race round here. And here comes Lewis Ward. He's fighting back after losing those positions, but it's Garrett at the front. Brame is going to hang on to 2nd as they get to the chicane. with Ward, then Hardy, then the very impressive newcomer Jake Sturt in 5th.
Yeah, he's doing really well here, is Jake Sturt. And it is a 5-car lead group. It's the 35-year-old from Surrey, kitchen and bathroom fitter.
Spinner at the back at the chicane.
Oh, and we'll pick that up in a moment. But the leaders together, there's 5 of them, and Sturt might be going for 4th place here. Out wide goes Ian Hardy. Sturt with a novice cross on the back of his car gets alongside. It's Garrett leading, Ward 2nd, Brame 3rd. It is still the blue car of Hardy 4th and Sturt in 5th. Ryan Garrett did not improve his lap time that time, but he's improved 1 more place. He's up to 9th now.
Interestingly, they're going no faster than the earlier race, so it was absolutely soaked, the racetrack.
That's fascinating, isn't it? Yeah, what do we do? 1:35 best lap time in the first race, and yeah, 1:35 best lap time so far in this race. And the conditions look a lot different, don't they? But obviously the grip is pretty similar. Across both of the corners. Big moment for the race leader, Dan Garrett. He's managed to hold it all together, but has he lost momentum there? Is that going to give Lewis Ward, as it now is in 2nd place, the chance to challenge as Hardy tries to go around the outside of Brame? It's Sturt up the inside of Hardy as they make their way through Coppice Corner, and the car in 6th place, which is Liam, he's gaining on them as well now.
Side by side for the lead. Lewis Ward is on the inside. I think Daniel Garrett waving him through. He realises not to fight that one at this stage. Lewis Ward, though, brakes desperately late. He's up the curb because of that, and that could hamper his exit. And Sean Brame has the best exit of all. And he could well pass both of them by the time they get up towards Redgate Corner. They're going to be 3 cars across the circuit at the end of 4 laps. Jeff Peake with the fastest lap now in P8. And we got 10 or 9 cars for the lead of the race. So you questioned whether more cars would join in. They absolutely had. And if you sort of were watching this on a live timing screen with how close it is, you would think it's a dry race. How many cars are in the front group? In damp races, you don't tend to see so many cars in the leading group as we've got right now. But it's Garrett back in front, isn't it, with Ward. Then in 3rd position is Brame. And then Jake Sturt, who continues to impress, the only novice car racer out of that front, in that front group.
It's Garrett's at the front and back of this group, isn't it? 9 cars separated by 2.9 seconds as we go on to lap 5 of this fascinating race. Daniel Garrett leading, and it's Hardy there that was having a look up the inside. He's made up no more places there. It's still Ward and Brame, then Hardy, Sturt, Clark, it's Peake, then Clark, and then Ryan Garrett. So he's 9 cars for the lead. There is then about a 5-second gap back to Glenn Griffiths, who's in 10th position, some way behind the leading 9 of them. Out of the Coppice Corner they come, down the straight towards Roberts for the 5th time. They fan out across the straight. It's Ian Hardy trying to make a move on the inside of Sean Brame. Will he get 3rd place there? The answer is yes, he will. So Sean Brame goes to 3rd, loses 3rd, I should say, gets very sideways, points towards the pit lane, gets it straightened up again. He might lose another place on the way up the straight, though. It's Lee M that's now next in line because Jake Sturt has dropped to the back of the group, hasn't he?
Pretty much, yeah. Paul Clark might be there now, but yeah, Jake Sturt, who's inexperienced, of course, in this type of racing. Oh, and Ryan Garrett's massively sideways. It's not the first time he's been very sideways in this race, but he is again. He might gain a place despite that. He's side by side with Jeff Peake, but it's his brother Dan Garrett that leads the way from Lewis Ward and Ian Hardy, who's looking like he's absolutely going to be a contender this year. There's Peake. He did get ahead of, or stay ahead of Ryan Garrett in all of that. He is ahead of Jake Sturt, though. He is R. Garrett. So Jake Sturt, he's going to be learning all the time what Locost racing is like, coming over from oval racing. Well, you do get lots of side-by-side, sideways action. Ian Hardy to the front from 3rd, I think, at the old hairpin, but he's run a little wide at McLean's. So Garrett and Ward will go back ahead of him, I think, here. They do, but very impressed here with Ian Hardy, the 28-year-old from Cornwall, in his 4th season. He had a long karting career before joining Locost in 22, but he sort of looked like a different driver immediately this year to be able to run with the fastest drivers in recent years in Locost racing. And Daniel Garrett leads. Brame's gone wide there, so that allows Liam to sneak through.
Yeah, quite a lot of curb taken by both Em and Brame, and it's Garrett, isn't it? Ryan Garrett that's carried the most momentum out of the chicane, and it's his brother that's alongside Lewis Ward as they go through. But Ian Hardy up the inside of both of them. Is the Cornishman going to take the lead of the race? Yes, he is. Number 50, Ian Hardy's got the fastest lap of the race on the last lap. He's just taken the lead as well in that bright blue car, but he's lost it again by the time they get to Hollywood, because back through has gone Daniel Garrett.
It's exceptional racing this. This is what we hoped for from the Yokohama Locost Championship this season. Oh, Silverstone next. That's not good for the heart, is it? So they turn their way through Old Hairpin and head uphill. Yes, it could be quite extraordinary. I think the racing at Silverstone, again, if it's dry, perhaps it doesn't need to be dry going off of this evidence, but it's Garrett then back ahead. In second is Ward, in third is Hardy. As they turn through McLean's wide is Ward here. Not as wide as those behind. They're almost all in the gravel. Who had the big show? That's Jake Sturt. Oh no, Jake Sturt's there. So it's
Sean Brame, it was way off into the gravel. That's Jake Sturk. Dan Garrett was involved, and I think possibly Jeff Peake as well, I want to say.
Yeah, I think they probably all were in that group, weren't they?
So the pack has scattered somewhat, and actually Dan Garrett's now got a decent sized lead in the number 19 car. Ian Hardy trying to get second place back away from Lewis Ward as they come down to the chicane. I think we're going to have one more lap to go at the end of this one. Hardy has gone back through to second. Quite a lot of curb taken on the second apex of the chicane, and Lewis Ward's going to get back alongside him now as they head along the Wakecroft straight up to Redgate to start this final lap.
And Lee M's joining in. We haven't really seen him at the front of the group, but he's there now when it matters. On to the final lap. Ian Hardy and Lewis Ward are still contesting second place, and this is good news really for Dan Garrett, because it's allowing Dan just to get away. But Lewis Ward has claimed that position now on the exit of Redgate. Here comes Liam. He's drawing up alongside Lewis Ward, alongside Ian Hardy rather now, but can't quite get there. They turn their way through the crane of cars. I don't think Garrett is away in free yet, because that long slipstreaming run uphill towards McLean's, I suspect that 3/4 of a second margin will disappear, and well, then it's anyone's guess, isn't it? Down to the Robert chicane on the final lap. So I think I'll let you, Ian, describe the rest of this race.
Okay, up towards McLean's they come then for the final time. It's Garrett ahead of Lewis Ward, and a mistake from Garrett. He's broadside across the track. He spins to the infield of McLean's. Lewis Ward takes the lead, and Garrett has thrown that away. He's trying to get a gear engaged and back into the race. But it's now Lee M that emerges in front. He was fourth at the start of the lap. Lee M, number 5, leads. Lewis Ward, number 4, is in second place. He was the runner-up in race number 1. Wants to go one better this time. Pulled out of the slipstream as they come down the exhibition straight. It's M, number 4, on the inside line. Sorry, Ward, number 4, on the inside line. M, number 5, on the outside line. As they come into the chicane, it's Ward that's ahead. And M outbreaks himself. He goes straight on. He's thrown away a podium as well now. And it's going to be Lewis Ward that comes through to win round 2 of the Yokohama Locost Championship. It's second place to Ian Hardy, and it's Ryan Garrett that is third. There is still a Garrett on the podium after all of that. Jeff Peake takes 4th, Paul Clark 5th, and Liam, after that spin at the final corner, recovers to take 6th. Sean Brame, George Grice, Dan Russell, and Rob Apsey complete the top 10.
I'm glad I let you do that one, Ian. That was pretty dramatic, wasn't it? That is for sure. But well done to Lewis Ward. Probably the biggest well done has to go to Ryan Garrett, 26th on the grid. He was off the track, was he not?
Yes.
Spinning at one point. He was massively sideways on so many occasions, and to come up onto the podium in his first race day for something like 18 months is a great effort there from Ryan Garrett. But what a mistake from Dan Garrett while leading. He knew he had to try and get away, because if he had no gap out of Coppers, he would have lost the lead, but he lost a lot more than that. And where did he come through? Out of the significant point positions in 17th, so just gets the standard points for finishing. Yeah. So that is an early sort of problem really in his championship defence. But if this is what Locost is going to be like this season, well, we're in for a real treat. And Silverstone in 3 weeks' time, that's going to be one not to miss.
Yeah, bring on the national circuit at Silverstone in, as you say, less than 3 weeks, Josh. Let's have a look at the results then of that second low-cost race of the day. Lewis Ward it was that emerged victorious at the end of 8 laps by a relatively large margin, 0.546 seconds in the end over number 50, Ian Hardy, who took second place. Ryan Garrett charging through the field in number 99 to take third place. 4th was 29, Jeff Peake. 5th was 82, Paul Clark. 6th was number number 5, Liam. He was in the lead, a few yards from the checkered flag. 7th was number 8, Sean Brame. 8th was number 3, George Grice. Daniel Russell was 9th in 57. Then it was Rob Apsley, 73, completing the top 10, ahead of Jack Linus, Jake Sturt, Tortulla and Glyn Griffiths. Further back, in 15th place, was the newcomer, Rory Mallinson, ahead of Mark Rood, Dan Garrett. After spinning away the lead halfway around the final lap, Greg Smith, Barry Stewart and Chris Summers completed the top 20 at the end of round 2 of the Yokohama Low-Cost Championship race. And yes, as Josh has said, Silverstone in less than 3 weeks' time is the venue for rounds 3 and 4 of the championship. Very much looking forward to that one. We'll bring that to you as well on Alpha Live in 3 weeks' time. And a reminder that there's some very similar racing at Croft next weekend. The Mazda 7s, the big brothers, if you like, of the Locost, with the 1.8 Mazda MX-5 running gear. They are in action at Croft next Saturday and Sunday for their races. Sorry, Josh?
That looks set to be pretty exciting too, with one of the larger grids we've seen for Mazda 7s, and I think it's a triple header possibly at Croft Circuit, so that's going to be a very exciting race, is not to be missed here on the 750 Motor Club TV YouTube stream, as well as on the website 750mc.co.uk. But for now, Andy McEwen is got lots of questions, I expect, to ask the top 3 drivers from Low Cost.
Well, another classic for the history books in the Yokohama Low-Cost Championship there. Proper slipstreaming action around a circuit that always lends itself to this category of car. Lewis Ward comes home a race winner. Whilst he's de-helmeting, Johnny, if you want to have a wander around here, we did spot as he came in at the end of that race, he's picked up a little bit of circuit furniture at some point during the race. I don't think Lewis even realised he was dragging that around with him. Didn't seem to slow him down there, did it? He held on to get the victory, and we can have a chat now with our race winner. I think first he maybe wants to go and congratulate Lewis Ward and Ryan Garrett. Ryan in particular was telling him he only needed one more lap and then he would have probably caught him. Well, what do you think, Lewis? Another lap, would you have still been the race winner?
Well, it's hard to tell. It was the lead was changing that many times. Ryan was coming for me. I could see him coming in the mirrors. But yeah, what a great race.
You're out of breath, which should say it all, really. I mean, those are the kind of races that you sign up to race in the Low-Cost Championship for, isn't it? Slipstreaming, side-by-side, 3 abreast on multiple occasions into Redgate Corner.
Absolutely, yeah. This is what we come racing for. One make series, very strict regulations, as affordable as motorsport can be. Absolutely brilliant. I can't compliment the championship enough. If I can just say a couple of thank yous. Dan Garrett for the work he's done on the car over the winter. The engine he's built is absolutely fantastic. All my sponsors, Premier Wheels, Hayden Electrical, everyone you can see on the car, because without them it wouldn't be possible. And just one other thing, if I can add, I just want to dedicate this win to my nan. She passed away 2 weeks ago, and she wanted to come and watch me race. She never quite made it, bless her. So this is for her.
Oh, really sorry to hear that, mate. Massive congratulations. Really well done on the race win. An emotional win then for Lewis Ward. Ian Hardy was chasing him down there. I mean, Ian, you were right in the thick of that battle for much of the race. I was actually watching it on the pit wall alongside your fan club, who were very pleased to see you come across the line in second. So nearly the win.
Nearly the win, yeah. This has just been amazing. On Monday morning, I didn't think we were going to make the grid.
Oh, wow.
This has been an utterly crazy week travelling up and down the country. I got to thank my dad. He put so much effort in while I was doing that. To get us here, and Will, who's also on the wall, who helped me with some of the prep work with the car to get it where we need it to be. I was not expecting this at the start of the day, so this has just been phenomenal for me.
I mean, it's a whirlwind of emotions anyway when you're involved in a battle like that, especially with the battle you had even before you got to the track. Do you actually have moments in that a race like that, though, to sit back and enjoy it?
My girlfriend keeps asking me this, and the honest answer is no. I've not enjoyed a moment of it until now, but that's what we do it for. It's the adrenaline rush, it's the battling, and yeah, there have been moments I honestly thought I was going to win today, both in the previous race and this one, so this is mega for us. Just a shame we can't do the full season this year, but we'll carry on, we'll do the best ones that we can and keep smiling while we do it.
Good stuff. Looking forward to having you back on the grid. Congratulations. Second place then for Ian Hardy and Ryan Garrett. Well, Ryan was charging through in that race. In the end, the charge ends in third position, but you had some fun, right?
Oh, not half, yeah. I think one more lap, and it would have been a bit of a different story, I reckon. But yeah, obviously a massive thank you to my taller younger brother for doing an amazing job setting it up for the wet. Couldn't have done it without him. But yeah, all great fun.
You say setting it up for the wet. I mean, it looks like there's a dry line starting to emerge, but of course, to overtake, you've got to go off that, and there's lots of overtaking going on.
Yeah, and there was a lot of yeah, as you say, a lot of overtaking, a lot of going on the wet line. So I think if we'd have changed the setup to a dry setup, it would have probably been a different story. But yeah, it paid for me. So that's all I can say, really. Well happy with the result, and plenty more to come, I think.
Looking forward to seeing how the rest of the season pans out for you. Well done then to all three of our podium